Hey guys, today we are going to be working on creating abstract portraits inspired by Picasso. And so the first thing that we're going to be doing today is looking at this sheet that has some examples for you. So up here there are some examples of faces that Picasso did, and you can kind of see how he shows the face facing forward and then also in what's called profile, so facing sideways kind of at the same time. You're also going to see these three examples that are showing examples of the project. And so again here you're seeing in this example the monster facing forward, but then you can also see in the light green side of his face that he's in profile. We see his nose sticking out to the side and his mouth kind of matches up with where it is on the back one. Same thing goes for this one as well as that one. So I want you to first just take a couple minutes to take a look at this, and then we're going to start planning your project. The planning part for this is only going to be about 10 minutes long, so you have to really get to work right away so that you're ready to move on to making your project. So we're going to set this aside, and you're going to get a blank white piece of paper. And today what we're going to do is we're just going to plan out what our face is going to be to start with. So I'm going to start by deciding kind of what I would like to make, what kind of a character I would like to make. It is up to you. It doesn't have to be something spooky. I just thought that those are some fun examples, so it's up to you to decide on what you think you want to do. And so for mine, I am going to make kind of like a monster. So I'm going to start by making his face. And then I'm going to think about what it looks like when someone is turned to the side. So your forehead kind of comes down and in, and then we see usually your nose, and then it comes down. So this is a really good way to start so that you can plan out your face kind of with thinking about that shape. Now the face that is back here is going to be just facing normal and maybe have kind of a big spooky mouth. And then the one over here is going to be facing sideways. So I could add maybe a little nostril here if I wanted to. I'm gonna make my mouth kind of coming out to the side here. Okay. Now that I've got kind of a plan of what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add some other little details. So I could add things like the hair on top of his head. I could have maybe a neck that comes down. I could also add things like stitches and maybe some ears. Now, you can go kind of crazy with this. There's lots of different details you can add. It's up to you to kind of decide what you want to do. One thing though that I would encourage you to do is to add some sort of detail on their clothing. So it could just be that they have a shirt on. It's up to you to decide, but I do think that's a nice important step. Now that we have this planned out, what I want you to do is to plan what colors are going to go where. So for example, I might make this side of my face be dark green, and this side light green. The hair might be black. The eyes might be white and black, etc. That'll help you to plan out your paper and what colors you are going to use. So for this step, you can just use a pencil or a pen. We're just gonna write kind of a plan for ourselves for our face.